Hey guys, Griffin here, and today we're going to be talking about a weak aura that I created that'll hopefully help you make decisions on Ferocious Bite. So let me back up a quick second. So we're in phase 1 right now. We're not seeing a lot of Ferocious Biting, and that's because of how cats work. And I'm actually going to explain this whole thing, so if you're not understanding the Ferocious Bite conundrum, this will hopefully help. So just like rogues, cats have combo point builders like Mangle, Rake, Shred. They give you combo points. When you hit 5 combo points, you can use them for something. Not necessarily hit 5, but when you get combo points, you can use them for what's called finishing moves. So examples would be Savage Roar or Rip. Now, the problem is you want to maintain Savage Roar and Rip, and they are both finishing moves. And on top of that, you might want a Ferocious Bite, but it's the lowest priority one of the 3. It does the least amount of benefit to you compared to these 3. And because your crit isn't super high yet, you're not getting enough combo points rapidly enough to use Ferocious Bite. You might be creeping up into that spot where you can Ferocious Bite, and that's where this weak aura comes in. What it does is it allows you to figure out exactly when to Ferocious Bite in the rare scenario that you can. I'm going to walk through the weak aura. I put a bunch of comments in there to make it very easy to read and kind of explain how this works. So let's just open it up. It's called Biter, if you've never heard of it. So let's actually start with the, let's start with the, and it's going to be confusing, but this is the code. And again, I wrote little notes to make you understand like what's going on. So first it just checks to make sure you're in cat form. Then it loops through your buffs and checks to make sure Savage Roar and Berserk are where they should be. And then it loops through target debuffs for Rip to make sure Rip is up and good to go. These are just follow-ups to make sure that they, even if these aren't at the right number, that they're not even active, just to clear that out completely. Then it makes sure you have 5 combo points and that you have the energy to bite. Currently, I have it set to 30 if you are normal, and if you're in Berserking, it's 15. And then if nothing fails there, it returns true. This might be a little buggy, and forgive me, I have been testing it, but with more people testing it, hopefully I'll find the bugs faster. Now, the other thing I want to talk about is custom options. So I currently have these. Let me set it to defaults. I have minimum Savage Roars 14. I bump this down to 10 if you want to, but this is going to depend on like where your comfort zone is. Because what this is going to do is say, okay, you need to have at least a 12-second Rip up and an 11-second Savage Roar up in order to even attempt a Ferocious Bite. And that's going to depend on how much crit you have and things like that. So like if you have very low crit, you might want to bump this up to, let's say 12. And move them both to 12. So you've got at least 12 seconds to reapply them both. And this is going to be something where you have to kind of figure out where your gear is, where you feel comfortable with, and find that spot. It may never happen. You may never get Ferocious Bite because of your safety net, and that's completely fine. Something else I added is if you want it to happen if you want to be notified of Ferocious Bite ability during Berserk, you check this. If during Berserk, you do not want to worry about Ferocious Bite, you uncheck this, and it won't tell you during Berserk to do that. And that's essentially what this is. I might add something where another field is the difference between Rip and Savage Roar have to be a certain amount. Like if they're the exact same number or close, you don't want it to do it. An example would be, let's say you've got 10 seconds left on Rip and 10 seconds left on Savage Roar, and you Ferocious Bite, you now only have 10 seconds to quickly get both of those up. Instead, if you have something where it says the difference between the two has to be at least 4 seconds, so they're staggered enough. The problem with that is when they're both really high and you want a Ferocious Bite, it would block that even if you've got plenty of time to do both. So that might be coming in the future. Right now, it doesn't exist. So let's just walk through how this works. So I already built 5 combo points on this guy to make this really easy to trigger this. So we're just going to go into it and hit all the buttons. So first, we're going to Savage Roar, get a couple debuffs up. I'm going to pop Berserk here and just get my Rip up. Okay, so now I have both of them. So now I have the opportunity for Ferocious Bite. But remember, I need 5 combo points. And there it goes. It tells me to do it. And I'm good to go. Now, if for some reason I'm just getting crazy crits and I've got my numbers set relatively low, I don't think I do. I think they're set at 12. So if I were to get the combo points right here, it wouldn't tell me to because I shouldn't be doing it. That's literally all it does. When you have that small window, rarely in your rotation where you get some decent crits, it's going to let you know Ferocious Bite is an option. That's it, guys. I'm going to be putting the weak aura out there. A link will be in the description so you can try it out. Let me know if you find any bugs. Hop in my Discord. That's where I usually check to see if anybody's commenting on any bugs. But yeah, I hope this weak aura helps you guys out. Thanks for watching, and as always, guys, take care.